let's chat about this girl. Wow, she's come out of nowhere. She blew me away. She is not an all-star yet. I'm pretty sure she's on her way into all-stars by the way that I hear her talk in our group, but I've been absolutely blown away by her. She's been able to lift our group up. She's been able to just share a lot of insights and tips, and more importantly, she gets stuff done. So you might recognize her from the group. She has done the Founding Family script even without us. She wasn't here 6 months, or maybe, I don't know, we'll have to find out her story, but she did not do it 6 months ago. And I don't think she did it in January, though we'll have to find out again. But she just barely posted it kind of recently, maybe February. And she's already got results, okay? So even doing it on her own, she found results, and I can't wait for her to hopefully repost it again tomorrow. I want to see what we can get her with all of us actively doing it. So without further ado, let's welcome our good friend, Cherice Ellison. How are you?
Hi. How are you?
Girl, I'm so good. Did I say your name correctly?
Yes, you did.
Sweet. Awesome. Okay, here's what we want to know. When did you come into my world?
I actually had to look that up because I couldn't remember.
Well, generally, was it like years ago, or was it like recently, or
just February?
Oh, okay, like yeah,
February 2nd.
Yeah. Okay, so just February, just a couple months ago, and this was after the podcast launch where we had, released the training of this 7-day challenge, and some people did it on their own at that time, but everything had kind of died down in February. I mean, we were pretty quiet in the group in February as far as my side goes. So you found us, you came into the group. What were your thoughts when you first kind of went through the 7-day challenge as far as like looking through the materials? Were you like, this is interesting, or like this can't work, or what were your thoughts?
No, I just thought it was time. Like some of the things, like to me, the 3rd day was the hardest because I don't really feel like I have a niche. I've been in this field a long time. Yeah. And so I'm like, I don't speak Spanish. I don't really do sign language. I've taught those things, kind of over the years, but I don't know it.
Right.
And so I was just like, kind of like on my own, but just followed what you said to do, and just kind of like, you know what, obviously it worked. I read everything I could read that you had.
Yeah.
And all your videos too on YouTube.
Yeah.
And, I just kind of followed it and was like, well, it's worth a shot. I mean, that can't be worse than where I'm at.
Well, let's talk about that. Where were you at when you entered in February? What was your situation?
Unemployed. I was unexpectedly laid off in December. Mm-hmm. Just kind of out of nowhere. I had been at this place for 2 years, an owner change, which I wanted to happen. It needed to happen, but unfortunately, I guess God closed that door. He's like, you're getting comfortable. It's time for you, because I've always wanted to own my own preschool. Right. And so he knew that if I didn't happen, I would still be working for somebody else years from now. Just
right. Ain't that the truth? So where were you working?
I was a director at a franchise.
Like a preschool or a childcare or?
Childcare, because you don't really find a lot of preschools.
Right? I know. That's why when you hire teachers, they are thrilled to be at your preschool because all they can find are childcares and they just want to teach.
Yes. Okay. And so for childcares that did teach, and so we obviously did lesson plans, I made sure that. And so, but at the same time, the kids are there, and as a director, you work, sometimes open to close if you don't have staff.
Oh,
so
right.
I work long hours.
Yeah. Holy cow. So are we talking 12 hours? Or are we talking even more than 12 hours?
At my last center that I was at, we were open from 6:30 to 6. And so, yeah.
Right. Oh man. So you were a director and they let you go. That's gotta be rough.
Yes. And so, there's not a lot of great director jobs either, available. Right. And it's like a few days before Christmas, so you're not going to look for anything right then. So you kind of waited for January. And then I was, things were popping up, but God was closing those doors. I was either getting the interview and then they decided to go with internal person, or I didn't call back at all. I'm like, I am well qualified. I've been in this business a long time. I have a degree.
Yeah.
I can do your job easily.
Yeah, for real. And think too, like, as far as director jobs and other places, if it's a really good place and the director is loving it, why would there be an opening, right? So it's almost like the places that do have openings, you might not want to be there.
exactly right. Because I'm also very picky because of the fact I love what I do.
Yeah.
And so I don't go anywhere because there are daycares, there's childcare centers, and there's preschools, you know, so there is a difference on what's out there. You know?
Absolutely.
So I'm picky. I don't just go anywhere, you know,
Right.
because otherwise I know I'll be miserable.
Yeah. So you kind of stumbled into my world. And did you start the challenge right away? Was it one thing you're just like, hey, that's for me? Or did you wait for a week or two? Or
I guess somebody probably, I think Beth was still in the group at the time. And so I think somewhere it said do the 7-day challenge or something like that.
Sure. Yeah.
So, I signed up for that. And so I did it obviously in weeks, not 7 days because I didn't know. And then also I was reading your book. And so I was also following the task book too. So I was doing them in conjunction.
Yeah.
And it took me a little while. And then I realized that it was like mid-February when I realized that God was saying he's closing those other opportunity doors, you know, for me to get work. And so I was like, okay, I need to get my butt in gear and get this online preschool going because unfortunately I can't do local as much as I would love to.
Yeah, it's okay. So, and I think that's important for everybody listening. Remember, you don't have to read. I don't have my book. It's in the other room. You don't have to read my book. And in fact, I tell you not to while you're doing the challenge. Nobody has that much time. Or if you do, good. I don't, but it might confuse you, right? Because you're trying to do these steps plus the challenge steps. Like this 7-day challenge takes you through the exact steps you're supposed to take. The 30-day challenge takes you the next steps you're supposed to take, right? Like, so cool. The book is like if you want to do it on your own and obviously get the inspiration and understand the opportunity and really know that it's for you and things like that. But the challenges get stuff done in the right order. So let's say now you were ready to post your script. You had your images, you had your script. What were you feeling before you clicked the post button?
So nervous because I'm introverted.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the world would never believe that because of the fact when I'm with kids, I'm not.
Yeah.
And then also too, just not thinking that I would get the response that I needed.
Sure.
Because I needed an income. I needed to replace my, my salary.
Yeah.
And so, or just the fact of maybe not getting any shares or, just all those thoughts just go in your head. Maybe I'm not good enough or maybe, I don't know. You just insecurities, all these insecurities are popping up. And it was just okay, know what, Cherice, you're not going to know unless you do it. So just go ahead and do it. Do it afraid. Whatever you get, you get. So
I like that. Just being at peace with the results. It will come. Okay. So now you did it in February where, like I said, the group was pretty, I say the word dead, but the group was pretty not pumping like it is now. Right. We don't have our entire team over here and all of our all-stars here. So granted, the response that you got, I hope is going to be different tomorrow. Are you posting again tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Because I want to see what's going to happen tomorrow when you repost versus, when you posted basically on your own. Of course, I'm sure you posted here in the group to try to get some engagement. What was the results with your post?
I got 4 children in that 24, a little over 24-hour period.
Nice.
And I think now, I had 5 total increase, but only 4 that moved forward.
4 out of 5. That's amazing, though. That's awesome. So what about the likes, the comments, and the shares? Do you remember your numbers generally?
I had a lot of comments. That's funny. I haven't gone back, but I had 30 something shares, I think.
Nice.
A lot of likes, a lot of people that I wasn't expecting to commented, friends and, people sharing it that I didn't think were going to share it, and so I was like, wow, it made me feel really good, and really loved, a lot of them were parents that I've had in the past too, years that shared it. Their kids were in my preschool when I was in Texas when I was a director, and some of them kind of shared it. And so it kind of went really well, I thought, so. That's
amazing. I wasn't expecting those numbers. So I really can't wait to see tomorrow's numbers for you when we all give it some love. So you've got those 4 students. How soon did you start teaching? I remember seeing your post. You're like, okay, I got students. Now what? Where's the registration forms? Where's the data? We're all preschool in a box, like preschool all-stars April 19th, like you're like, but I'm doing it now.
Actually, today was my second week. So
that's awesome.
So we started last Tuesday, because I'm doing obviously just right now, since it was 4 children, I have them all in one class on Tuesday, Thursday mornings. So
nice.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
2 weeks.
Okay. And so how much money did you make with registration fees, tuition, just during that 4 children, period, not over 2 months well, technically still 1 month. Yeah.
Yeah. Just 1 month. Just the founding families, which was, I did the fee for $75 a month.
Nice. Yeah.
And so that was $300, something like that.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, that's $300 richer than you were the month before. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, though, more important is you've rolled the mountain or the stone up the mountain, right? And it's like at this top of the mountain, but it's not a peak. It's just kind of like a little bit angled. So it's starting to roll a bit. Yeah. But it's just a little bit slow. Now you've done so much of the work. Now we just got to put some marketing behind it, and then boom, right? Then you start progressing just like Miranda did.
Yes. That's what I'm looking forward to. Like when she said 35, I'm like, I would love to have 35 children.
You're on the way. You are absolutely on the way. I tell you, the first student is always like the hardest to get, right? Then it's just rinse, repeat, tweak, test, try to figure out new ways, do a different strategy. We have a zillion, it's really just like, okay, well then how do we go get the next ones, right? But now you've got testimonials, you've got happy parents, you're doing it, right?
Yes. It's, I just need to get their testimonials, because so far, like, it's funny, as I had an orientation after our first day of school, because it kind of snuck up like, oh my gosh, school's next week, and I didn't do an orientation with the parents.
Right.
Got an email really quickly like, hey, I'm so sorry I missed it. What day next week would work, this day or this day, at this time, and so all of them were like, gave me like positive feedback during that orientation. So that's still good. So, but it's, for me, I guess it's just natural. And so I was really nervous about doing online because it's so new. Like, how do you do this? Because I'm a very hands-on teacher too. And like, I like oriented stuff. I like to like put stuff out and see what happens. Yeah. This is very structured.
That's cool. And being able to put your spin on it too is the awesome part.
Yes. And so I actually love it. I really enjoy it. And the kids are like starting to really like get comfortable with me now too. And, you can see them like knowing that they know my name and they're participating more, and just this is only day 4 for them basically.
Right. That's cool. That's awesome. So is there anything what are the value adds that you've added to your program?
As of right now in my head, well, I do a little bit of sign language because, I've always, being an ex-2-year-old teacher as well, I use sign language with them, from here there, and a little bit of Spanish that I picked up when I did Head Start, so I've added those kind of things in naturally because it's just part of who I am. But it's something I'm probably going to look into more of how I can incorporate it into like a lesson and actually make it more beneficial.
Awesome.
So yeah.
No, that's awesome. Yeah. You'll do some things you're like, oh, let's test this out. Oh, that worked. Keep it. You'll just keep adding rocks and rocks and rocks. That's what we did. You don't start out with like the t-shirts not some people do. Right. But I started out with like, I had 4 posters on the wall. Right. And like the next year I got some furniture, and the next year, and you just keep upgrading, using your registration fees to keep investing. And you're like, oh, that worked out really well with value. You just keep building. And eventually you're like, holy cow, they're getting so much.
And I haven't even given out their welcome kits yet. I was like,
right.
Hey, we're in week 2 and my welcome kits are still sitting in my house.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Well, Cherice, I so appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for taking the time tonight. Everyone, post in the comments, give her some loving and tell her thank you for being here and giving you some encouragement. We have a fellow challenger right now who I can't wait to see your results. So it's going to be fun.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much. We'll see ya.
If you'd like to have a success story just like that one, I invite you to join our Preschool All-Stars. It's my exclusive membership community where you'll get mentorship from me with weekly Q&A lives, support and guidance and friendship from hundreds of women on the exact same journey as you, starting, running, and growing their preschools, and my exclusive access to Preschool University, every training and done-for-you file that you'll need for every milestone on your journey to help you start, run, and grow your preschool. We've all been there, and we've got the exact same steps that you need to go through, but we do it all very quickly so that you don't have to waste time or money doing the wrong things at the wrong time. We'd love for you to join our Preschool All-Stars membership. Just go to preschoolallstars.com or click the link in the description to immediately jump into Preschool All-Stars. Again, go to preschoolallstars.com and we'll see you there.